The lights of Station Omega-7 burned cold and white. Inside the great hall, hundreds of alien beings sat in their seats. Their eyes, some with 3 or 4 pupils, watched the humans standing in the center. The Galactic Council had no mercy in their expressions. Captain Rodriguez stood with his crew. Behind them, 42 colonists waited. They had made a mistake. Their ship crossed into forbidden space. Now they would pay the price. The lead judge was called Magistrate Vorn. He was tall, almost 10 feet high, with blue skin that seemed to glow. 4 arms crossed over his chest. When he spoke, his voice echoed through the chamber like thunder. "You have violated sacred territory," Vorn announced. "The penalty is clear. Death for all." The humans gasped. Children cried. Parents held them close. Captain Rodriguez stepped forward. "We didn't know. Our navigation system failed. We meant no disrespect to your empire." Another council member, a being covered in scales with eyes like yellow gems, leaned forward. "Ignorance is not innocence. 17 of our worlds are forbidden. You entered the most sacred one." Vorn raised one of his hands. The room fell silent. "However, we are not without mercy. We offer an alternative." The captain's jaw tightened. "What alternative?" "One of you will face the Vracthal," Vorn said. The word made other aliens in the crowd whisper. Some looked away. "If somehow this chosen one survives 7 days, all of you go free. If not, your deaths will be quick. This is generous." "What is this Vracthal?" the captain demanded. A third council member, something that looked like living crystal, spoke with a voice like breaking glass. "The Vracthal is our greatest beast. For 300 years, it has served justice. 47 species have sent their worst criminals to face it. None survived past the first hour. You want us to send someone to be eaten by a monster?" A woman from the crowd shouted. "That's not mercy. That's murder." Vorn's eyes narrowed. "It is tradition. It is law. Choose now or we choose for you. And we will choose all." The humans gathered together. Voices rose in argument. Some wanted to fight. Others wanted to run. But the station's security drones floated around them, weapons ready. Finally, Captain Rodriguez spoke. "We'll draw lots. Everyone over 18. It's the only fair way." But as he prepared the selection, a small voice cut through the noise. "I'll go." Everyone turned. Maya Chin stepped forward. She was only 8 years old. Her black hair was tied in 2 ponytails. She wore a faded blue jumpsuit that was too big for her. In her hands she clutched a small book with a torn cover. "Maya, no." Her mother rushed forward, but guards blocked her way. "Sweetie, go back," her father begged. Maya looked at them with calm eyes. "If I go, everyone else is safe, right?" That's what he said. 7 days and we're all free. "Child, you don't understand." Captain Rodriguez knelt down. "This creature, it's killed hundreds. Warriors, soldiers, the strongest beings in the galaxy." Maya smiled a little. "Maybe it's tired of fighting strong people. Maybe it wants a friend." The aliens in the council looked at each other. This was unexpected. Vorn leaned forward. "Human child, do you accept this sentence willingly?" "Yes," Maya said clearly. Vorn stood up. His voice boomed. "Then it is decided. In 3 days this human child will enter the arena of the Vracthal. Let all the galaxy watch. Let them see justice served." As the guards led the humans away, Maya's mother was crying. Her father couldn't speak. But Maya just held her book tighter. It was about Earth animals. Lions and elephants. Wolves and bears. On the last page was a picture of a little girl petting a dog. She had always believed animals weren't really bad. They just needed someone to understand them. In 3 days she would test that belief against the most feared beast in the galaxy. 3 days passed like shadows. Maya spent the time reading her book and talking to her parents through a glass wall. They cried. She smiled. She told them not to worry. When the day came, thousands of aliens filled the viewing platforms around the biodome. The arena was massive, bigger than 10 football fields. Red sand covered the ground. Rocks and caves dotted the landscape. The dome's ceiling showed the stars above. 2 guards, both wearing heavy armor, brought Maya to the entrance gate. One of them, a being with gray skin and kind eyes, looked down at her. "Little one, you can still refuse," he said quietly. "We can find another way." Maya shook her head. "It's okay. I made a promise." The gate opened with a loud grinding sound. Maya walked in. The gate slammed shut behind her. The crowd went silent. All those alien eyes watched. Cameras from 100 worlds broadcast the moment across the galaxy. In their cells, Maya's parents and crew pressed against the glass, barely breathing. For a moment nothing happened. Maya stood in the center of the arena. The red sand crunched under her small feet. She looked around calmly. Then the ground shook. From the largest cave something moved. The shadows shifted. Two eyes appeared, glowing like red moons in the darkness. The crowd leaned forward. The Vracthal emerged. Was huge. 30 feet long from nose to tail. Its body was covered in black scales that looked like polished stone. 4 powerful legs ended in claws that dug into the sand. Its head was massive, with rows of teeth as long as swords. Spikes ran down its back. Old scars covered its body. But it was the eyes that made Maya pause. They weren't just animal eyes. They looked old, tired, set. The creature roared. The sound shook the arena. Aliens in the crowd covered their ears. Some looked away, not wanting to see what came next. Maya didn't run. She didn't scream. She sat down in the sand. The Vracthal stopped. Its head tilted to one side. In 300 years nothing had ever done this. Every creature put in the arena ran. They fought. They begged. The small thing just sat down. Maya opened her book. She turned to a page with a picture of a lion. "Hi," she said in a clear voice. "My name is Maya. I'm from Earth. That's really far away." The creature moved closer. Each step made the ground shake. It lowered its massive head, sniffing the air around her. Its breath was hot like fire. Maya showed the book. "See? This is a lion. People used to be scared of lions. But then we learned they're just protecting their families. Are you protecting something?" The Vracthal's eyes focused on the book. Then on her face. Its mouth opened slightly, showing those terrible teeth. Maya reached into her pocket. She pulled out a food ration bar. It was all she had been given that morning. She broke it in half. "Are you hungry?" she asked. "I know what it's like to be hungry. On the ship, sometimes we didn't have enough food." She held out half the bar. The creature stared. In the viewing platforms, aliens stood up. Magistrate Vorn gripped his seat. This was impossible. The Vracthal killed. It didn't hesitate. It didn't wait. Slowly, the great beast lowered its head. Its nose touched the food in Maya's hand. It sniffed once, twice. Then, gently, it took the food with the side of its mouth, careful not to hurt her. Maya smiled. "Good. Now we're friends." She patted the creature's scaled nose. The Vracthal's eyes closed for just a moment. Then it laid down next to her, curling its massive body in a circle around the small girl. The galaxy watched in shock. In her cell, Maya's mother whispered, "That's my baby." The sun began to set through the dome. Maya leaned against the warm scales and yawned. Tomorrow was only day 2. She had 6 more days to go. But somehow she knew she would be okay. Days passed. The execution that was supposed to last 1 hour stretched into day 5. The galaxy couldn't look away. Every morning, Maya woke up curled against the creature's warm side. She named him Rex, after a dog from a story in her book. At first she just said the name. By day 3, Rex turned his head when she called. "See." Maya told the cameras she knew were watching. "He knows his name. That means he's smart." She created games. She would hide behind rocks and Rex would find her. She drew pictures in the sand and Rex watched carefully. When she drew a circle, he drew one too with his claw. The lines were shaky but clear. In the command center above the arena, scientists studied every moment. Dr. Illith, a specialist in animal behavior, kept shaking her head. "This is wrong," she said to her team. "Look at the neural scans. The Vracthal's brain activity matches a sentient being. Not an animal. It has language centers. Complex thought patterns." "That's impossible," another scientist said. "It's been tested. It's just a beast." "No," Dr. Illith's voice grew firm. "We've been wrong for 300 years. This creature is intelligent. Maybe more intelligent than us. Look how it responds to the child. It's not taming. It's communication." On day 6, something happened that changed everything. A section of the dome's environmental system broke. Toxic gas began leaking into one corner of the arena. Alarms blared. Maya was near that area, collecting smooth stones to show Rex. The gas cloud moved fast. Maya coughed and fell to her knees. Rex roared. Not the aggressive roar from day 1. This was different. Desperate. He charged toward Maya, scooped her up with his massive head and ran to the other side of the arena. He placed her gently behind a rock formation where the air was clean. Then he positioned his body between her and the gas cloud, like a living shield. Maya coughed and breathed clean air. When she could speak, she hugged Rex's leg. "You saved me." Rex made a sound. Low and rumbling. Almost like words but not quite. By day 7 the viewing platforms were packed. Not just with thousands. Millions watched through broadcasts. The story had spread across every civilized world. Message boards filled with comments. Artists made paintings. Children on 100 planets asked their parents about the human girl and her friend. On the morning of the 7th day, Maya brushed sand from Rex's scales. She found an old wound on his side that never healed right. It looked painful. "Does this hurt?" she asked gently. Rex made a low sound. "Seth, I'm sorry someone hurt you," Maya said. She touched the scar carefully. "No one should hurt you. You're too nice." Dr. Illith watched from the command center with tears in her eyes. "We need to stop this," she told Magistrate Vorn, who had come to observe. "This creature was never a beast. It was a person. We've been torturing a sentient being for centuries." Vorn's face was hard to read. "You have proof?" "Yes. Full reports. Brain scans. Language analysis. The Vractal has been trying to communicate for 300 years. We just never listened." Dr. Illith pulled up data on her screen. "That human child did in 7 days what we should have done 3 centuries ago. She treated him with kindness." The viewing platforms buzzed with conversation. Aliens who came to watch an execution now saw something else. They saw friendship. They saw what cruelty had done. They saw what compassion could heal. Messages flooded the council systems. Billions of citizens demanded answers. How many others had been killed? Why was the creature tortured? What kind of civilization treats intelligent life this way? Magistrate Vorn stood at the glass, watching Maya braid grass into patterns while Rex watched with fascinated eyes. "The 7 days are complete," Vorn said quietly. "Bring them both to the council chamber. We have much to answer for." The council chamber doors opened. Guards tried to lead Maya in alone. Rex wouldn't move. When they pushed harder he growled. Not threatening. Protective. "It's okay, Rex," Maya said, holding his massive claw. "We go together." The guards looked at each other. Finally they nodded. The doors widened. Maya and Rex entered side by side. The council sat in their high seats. Magistrate Vorn stood at the center. Behind them, glass walls showed thousands of watching aliens. Every major world was broadcasting this moment. "The 7 days are complete," Vorn announced. "The human child survived. By our law, all prisoners are free to go." Maya's parents rushed forward from the side chamber. Her mother grabbed her, crying. Her father couldn't speak, just held them both. "However," Vorn continued, "the Vractal must remain. It is property of the Empire." "No." Maya pulled away from her parents. Her small voice carried through the chamber. "Rex comes with us." "That is not possible," Vorn said. "The creature is dangerous." "He's not a creature." Maya's voice rose. "He's a person. He saved my life. He's my friend." "The child speaks truth." Dr. Illith stepped forward with her data pad. "Magistrate, I have proof. The Vractal is fully sentient. We've been torturing an intelligent being." Vorn's expression darkened. "Explain." Dr. Illith projected brain scans into the air. "These patterns show complex thought, language processing, emotional depth, everything we classify as personhood." She brought up more images. "And there's more. We found old records. Very old. The Vractal wasn't always alone." The chamber went silent. 340 years ago, Dr. Illith continued, "we encountered a species called the Vractal people. They were peaceful explorers. We enslaved them, used them as labor. One by one they died. This one," she pointed to Rex, "was just a juvenile when captured. The last of his kind." Gasps echoed through the chamber. Aliens in the viewing area stood up. Message boards across the galaxy exploded with angry comments. A new voice entered the conversation. Dr. Kren, a language expert, rushed in. "Magistrate, we've broken through. We can translate him." Kren activated a device. He placed it near Rex's head. "Speak," Kren said gently. "Please, tell us your truth." Rex looked at Maya. She nodded. "It's okay. They'll listen now." Rex opened his mouth. The sounds that came out were deep and strange. But the translator turned them into words that everyone could understand. "My name is Rexaloth," the translation spoke. "I was born on the 3rd moon of Valen. My mother taught me songs. My father showed me the stars. I had 3 siblings. We were happy." Maya squeezed his claw. Tears ran down her face. "Then the ships came," Rex continued. "They took us, put us in cages, made us work until we broke. My family died one by one. I watched them go. I was the youngest. I survived longest. They put me here. Fed me just enough to live. Sent warriors to fight me. If I didn't kill them, I didn't eat. So I killed. I became the monster they wanted. For 300 years, I forgot who I was. The chamber was so quiet, the sound of breathing seemed loud. Then she came. Rex looked down at Maya. She didn't see a monster. She saw me. For the first time in 3 centuries, someone was kind to me. She gave me my name back. My hope back. Myself back. Magistrate Vorn sat down slowly. Around the galaxy, billions watched. Many cried. Others demanded justice. What have we done? Vorn whispered. Maya stepped forward. You can't fix the past. But you can fix now. Let Rex come with us. Let him be free. The council members looked at each other. The weight of 300 years of cruelty pressed down on them. Finally Vorn spoke. Release them. Release them all. The news traveled faster than light across the galaxy. Within hours, every species knew the truth. The Zytherian Empire had tortured an innocent being for 300 years. They had called it justice. They had sold tickets to watch executions. The council had no choice. They released all human prisoners immediately. They gave Captain Rodriguez's crew a new ship, fully supplied. They paid compensation that would fund the human colony for 50 years. They issued a formal apology that was broadcast on every channel. But the real shock came when they asked Rex what he wanted. I go with Maya, Rex said through the translator. His voice was firm. She is my family now. The council granted him full citizenship status. He was no longer property. He was a person. Free to choose his own path. Maya's parents weren't sure at first. How do you bring home a 30-foot creature from another world? But they saw how Maya and Rex looked at each other. They understood. This wasn't a pet. This was family. The human ship departed Station Omega-7 3 days later. As they left, something unexpected happened. Ships from 17 different species escorted them. Not as guards. As honor. They were showing respect. On the journey to Earth, scientists from across the galaxy sent messages. They wanted to study humans. Not their bodies or technology. Their minds. Specifically one thing. Dr. Illith sent a video message that Captain Rodriguez played for the crew. We've studied thousands of species, she explained. Everyone has the same basic survival instinct. Fear the unknown. Trust only your own kind. But humans are different. You bond with anything. Your history shows it. You domesticated wolves into dogs. You made friends with cats who domesticated themselves. You befriended horses, birds, even fish. You see potential friendship in everything you meet. She paused, looking directly at the camera. Maya did in 7 days what the greatest minds in the galaxy couldn't do in 300 years. She saw a person, not a monster. That's humanity's gift. You make friends with the universe. The message went viral. Billions watched it. Humanity's gift became a phrase used across countless worlds. 6 months later, Maya stood in her backyard on Earth. Green grass stretched out under blue sky. Rex lay beside her, enjoying the warm sun. He had grown to love Earth. The colors. The smells. The variety of life. Rex, look. Maya called. She was playing with her new puppy, a golden retriever named Sunny. Rex watched with fascination. So small. So trusting. That's a dog, Maya explained. They used to be wolves. Dangerous predators. But humans became friends with them thousands of years ago. Now they're part of our families. A cat walked by, ignoring them both. Rex's head tilted. That one seems independent. That's Whiskers. Cats chose to live with us. We didn't tame them. They decided we were useful. Maya laughed. They're still wild in their hearts. In the distance, horses ran in a field. Birds sang in trees. Rex could hardly believe it. Your people befriended so many species. How? Maya thought about it. We just treated them like they mattered. We saw them as friends, not tools. Just like I saw you. Rex made a sound that the translator turned into a laugh. The galaxy thought they were punishing one human child. Instead, they learned something important. What's that? Maya asked. Why humanity has never been alone, Rex said. You simply make friends with everyone you meet. Later that evening, Maya was named Earth's youngest galactic ambassador. Rex chose to stay with her, teaching humanity the advanced knowledge his people once possessed. Together they traveled the stars, showing other species what kindness could build. The girl and the last Vracthal became legends. Not of strength or conquest, but of something more powerful. The legend of friendship that crossed the stars.